Brazil, 1950, playing at home, favorites to win the World Cup. They lose to Uruguay in front of 200,000 people. France, 2002. Reigning world champions, three of the best players on earth. They don't score a single goal and go home in the group stage. This keeps happening. At every tournament, to the best teams in the world, scientists have a name for it: the choking effect. Choking is not playing badly. That's important. Choking is playing significantly worse than you are capable of, specifically because the moment is too big. It's the deterioration of habitual motor execution at critical moments, characterized by uncharacteristic mistakes made by athletes under increased pressure. In other words, the bigger the game, the worse you perform. Not because you're not good enough, because you're thinking too much. Here's what happens inside the brain. Top performers typically have streamlined brain activity compared to amateurs, especially in motor and attentional networks. But when pressure is added, increased self-monitoring and worry change these optimized systems. And inefficient motor control results. A striker who has scored 1,000 penalties in training suddenly starts thinking about where to put his foot, about the goalkeeper, about the crowd, about what happens if he misses. That thinking is the problem. The drop in performance happens when people consciously monitor skill-based processes that are best executed as automated actions. The moment you think about how to kick a ball, you've already started to lose. Here's what makes the choking effect so cruel. It targets the best. High expectations provoke choking under pressure. A lab experiment confirmed that high audience expectations harm performance in skill-based tasks. And this effect is strongest among the most titled, most capable athletes. The more you are expected to win, the more pressure you carry into the game. And the more pressure you carry, the more your brain starts monitoring what your body already knows how to do automatically. The underdog doesn't choke. They have nothing to lose. They play free. The favorite carries everything, every expectation, every headline, every prediction, every fan who already booked the final before the semi. Being overconfident can actually cause negativity to take over quickly. Not expecting something negative to happen makes the choke even more devastating when it arrives. At a World Cup, the choking effect is amplified by everything around it. The stakes are maximum. The audience is global. The expectation builds for 4 years, and every mistake is played back on screens around the world for decades. 77% of elite athletes report experiencing choking in the last year of competition, averaging 18 times per year. These are the best people in their sport. Choking is not an exception at the elite level, it's routine. What separates the teams that win from the teams that choke is not talent. It's the ability to stop thinking and trust the body. The players who win World Cups are not always the most gifted. They're the ones who can silence the voice in their head at the worst possible moment. So why do favorites lose? Not because the other team was better, not because of bad luck, not because of injuries or tactics or the referee, because the brain, under enough pressure, turns against itself. The choking effect doesn't care how good you are. In fact, the better you are, the harder it comes for you.